Mark My Words Productions.
So do you think that is because you're actually practicing a place of oneness and that everyone is, one with you? Or do you feel like you move beyond duality?
Both. Because one, I know all this is an illusion, and I know
right.
it. It's like I know it. Like I don't just think it or believe it. I know it. And so it really makes you like see how things here are like not a big deal, like at all, no matter how high or how low, So that's one reason, and another reason is also experiencing the oneness, because I know deep down that I am you and you are me. So, I know in the long run I'm just affecting myself as a whole, and I'm also affecting myself now personally on this level, through karma, through your deeds. But I also tell people, people people take a lot of this information and take it like I'm telling them they need to be a goody two shoes. That is not at all what I'm saying. I'm basically just telling you to not get so bent out of shape about yourself, no matter what it is. Don't be so hard on yourself, and just to enjoy being here and enjoy the ride. And so I also say that because if you have a problem with somebody, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go sit down and talk your problem out with that person. You can just X them out your life. Unless you want that person in your life, then yes, then it's probably encouraging for you to sit down and talk to that person. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many answers and ways that you can go about your betterment of being here, and you don't have to be a goody two-shoes to enjoy this, because I by far am the furthest thing from it. People get bent out of shape over shit, like color, money, homosexuality. They're getting bent out of shape over it, and they're driving everybody nuts, and themselves nuts. And I feel like the information in the book will help, people see that we are really, that they are connected to everything. And that will help them to stop getting bent out of shape over stuff, because they'll see that they are not only connected to everything, but they're manipulating the world around them. And so maybe they'll really take responsibility and stop blaming, everything. It's funny because somebody emailed me a few days ago, and they listened to, they saw one of my videos, and they said, and then they started talking to me about race stuff, and they were saying, I wish I knew exactly what they was referring to, but the response was saying, it was like, man, I'm glad I'm black. I feel like black people are the most spiritual people there is. And my response to him, I was like, I was like, white people think the same thing. I was like, so who's right? I was like, come on, man. I was like, dude, you got to get off this. I was like, that is really, that type of separatism, that type of thinking really is prohibiting people from really seeing how connected they are to everything. And I say that because really, if you could just take a step back and see how big the universe is, I feel like a lot of our problems, our differences that we have towards each other, we'll see that we're really arguing over dots. That's really all it is. There are billions and billions, square root to the billions and billions of stars out there, with the possibility of that much life out there. But yet, we're hung up like it's the end of the world. If somebody is a different color, or somebody steps on your sneakers, or even me, I had to go through my own experiences. Somebody scammed me out of $2,500. It's one of my closest friends. Like for 2 years, like I was begging God. Like, it's funny, for the first year, I was begging God that I would bump into him in the airport, and then for the next year, I was begging God that I never see him again because I was afraid of how I would react. And now I feel like I could bump into him and be like, and just kind of like shake my head at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go. Like, I am not perfect, and I don't ever claim that, or even try to be that, because once you're perfect, you don't have no room for growth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very in tune to my faults, my issues, because I really, if there's one thing that I'm conceited about, is growth. So, so I'm just trying to pile up as much wisdom, as much growth as I can. And so that's just with me, and I just try to share that with whatever I know with people, because I feel like it's helped me. And if it's helped me, then why not share that? So I'm just trying to share that with people, and I really feel like people really feel like, changing the world is such a big thing to do, but really it's so simple. All it is just a different mind frame about it. And this is what I really want to say. I'm sorry I said all this to really say what I wanted to say, but
that's okay.
In the conversation that I had with somebody, I was telling him, he was trying to tell me, how white people were this, white people were that, and he still experiences this type of racism. And I was like, that's funny, because I don't really feel like I have that coming into my life anymore. And I mean that I've had racist hate mail. I've had I've had threats, people calling me nigga, all like that. And even if I still get it, it doesn't even feel like it's part of my life. I know when I go out, I am surrounded by people who accept me just as much as I accept them, because that's my mind frame, and that's what I bring into my world. And I really feel like when I conquered my racial hang-ups, it really brought into my world people who were just about to reach that level or were on that level and beyond. Because you really vibrate with, and you bring into your life people who are vibrating to the same frequency. So you want to have these hang-ups? Fine. That is your life. There's really nothing wrong with it, but you're going to bring those type of issues in your life. I don't really have those type of issues in my life. Like the people, my friends, my experiences, for the most part are beautiful. And my hang-ups are really my own.
I know they give me respect, even before walking the venue, they see it's tatted on my neck.
Marc My Words Productions.